The Chainsaw Man anime is such a weird, beautiful mess. I guess spoilers for the whole anime. I watched it for the first time recently, long after the hype died, as per usual for me. To explain what I mean by this, let's talk about the animation, not the story. I'm not going to talk about the story of Chainsaw Man because I feel like I can't talk about the story because it doesn't feel finished. It doesn't feel even like a complete arc. I haven't read the manga, don't plan on it. No spoilers, please. The Chainsaw Man anime is so inconsistent. It's even inconsistent between scenes. Like, you'll have a scene of Aki with like the most unnecessarily beautiful, him just going about his morning routine, and it's so beautiful for no reason. And then you'll have like weird CGI shots. Like in episode 12, when the Katana Devil and Denji are, I don't remember his name, are standing on the train talking. It's like the quality shifts. You can see the cracks. When they're in motion, it looks so good. And then when they're just standing on top of the train talking, it looks so weird. Some of the background shots in Chainsaw Man are so beautiful. And then you'll have background characters. Not even background characters. I think there's an episode where Makima's on the train where she gets shot, and the guy next to her his face is like Uncanny Valley, but her face is like whoosh. And it's like the inconsistency of the animation is just from scene to scene, it's different. That's why Chainsaw Man to me is such a weird, beautiful mess. Like, a lot of it is so beautiful and a lot of it is such a mess. It's so good and so uncanny. I'm not even talking about like the rotoscoping. The rotoscoping mostly is fine. There is one part where it's really weird, where Himeno is looking down at Denji and his body is like, it's like a YouTube animation or something. Because Chainsaw Man sometimes looks like a student art project. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean like the really, really good student art projects. But sometimes it looks like they had to like squeeze this in and couldn't polish it as much as they would have liked to, which is just the anime industry. But it all contributes to making Chainsaw Man such a beautiful, weird mess. A beautiful mess that I hope to see more of. I just hope that the kinks are ironed out in the next season. And there are just some things that are just weird. Not even like the weirdness of Chainsaw Man. The episode that Himeno died, right? I didn't mind that we saw things from her perspective from the last episode. And we were going through her getting home, putting Denji on her bed, you know, taking off her clothes, taking a shower and stuff. I didn't mind that. I thought it was I like quiet moments in my anime, sure, like some people. I'm not gonna say everyone because not everyone does, but it just went on for too long. Himeno taking off her shoes was cool. Himeno taking off her clothes, to, you know, getting in the shower, and then she went in the shower, and then the anime just lingers on that. We just hear the shower running, and we're just outside the door, and it's like that meme where you look at the watch. It just went on for way too long. I'm just like, okay, I get it. She's in the shower. Can we move on to the next scene? Are we just gonna listen to her be in the shower for 10 minutes? It's so weird. There are a lot of details in Chainsaw Man that are so beautiful. Like early on, there's this woman that is getting off work and then she leaves the office and then the quiet is interrupted by Denji just smashing through the wall. It's moments like that make Chainsaw Man for me. But for every beautiful moment in Chainsaw Man, there's one that's like, that scene is weird. You know, that face is weird. I guess you can say the cracks were showing from even the very first episode. The fight against the zombie devil is beautiful, but then like the still shots of Denji just standing there and talking are weird. It's just so inconsistent. And for an anime like Chainsaw Man, where they put so much effort into the endings, having a different ending each episode, and a different animation for the ending each episode, honestly, I feel like that effort, because that would have taken time and effort, you know, I feel like that effort should have went more into the anime itself. I do appreciate it, and it is cool, but I do feel like the anime suffered a bit because of it. Not to the point that it's unwatchable or it's bad. The story of Chainsaw Man still clears. I think even if the animation wasn't great, the story of Chainsaw Man would still carry it. But the animation isn't bad. It's just, it's a mess. I do like Chainsaw Man. I like it because it feels like a breath of fresh air for the shonen genre, the same way Jujutsu Kaisen did. It just feels like veterans in the shonen genre are now writing for the shonen genre. I feel like people who have been in the anime space for a long time would appreciate those shows more than people who haven't, because they've seen every trope in the book and stuff. And that's really all I can say about the Chainsaw Man story. I want to talk about it, but I feel like it would be kind of unfair. I just feel like it's at the beginning. Chainsaw Man's at the beginning of everything. I don't know what to say. It's like judging Jujutsu Kaisen by the first 12 episodes. You have the introduction to the world, but most of the great stuff in Jujutsu Kaisen comes after that. Like there's some really good direction in Chainsaw Man. But like the train scene again, the fight between the Katana Devil and Denji is really, really good. When they're in movement on top of the train, it looks really, really good. But when they're standing still on top of the same train, it looked like they were standing in front of a green screen as the train was moving. And I understand animating that train is probably difficult, but they can animate the train fight when the fight is happening, when the two are actually clashing, and there's a lot more camera movement and stuff. And the train looks a lot better there. It's scene to scene that the quality is different. It's so, I don't even know. I don't know. It's such a weird, beautiful mess. That's really all I can say about Chainsaw Man. It's such a weird, beautiful mess.